Welcome back to our channel. My name is Teacher Smith and today we are going to learn a very interesting topic. The name of the topic is figure counting. So to understand this topic well, I have taken a question from the past year paper. Let's have a look. The question is, count the number of rectangles in the following figure. So here in this figure, we just have to count the number of rectangles. So can you take a guess? How many rectangles are there here? We can think of 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there are 4 rectangles. This means the answer is 4. Is this correct? Let's try to see why. Why 4 is not the actual number of rectangles. Let's take a smaller example first. Now here in this, we have to count the number of rectangles. So how many rectangles are there? Oh, we can say, okay, it's just 1 and 2. Now, let me give an example. Let's say I have this shape. Can anyone tell me which shape is this? Oh, perfect. It's a rectangle. Now, I have a rectangle here. I have a rectangle here. How many rectangles do I have? Perfect. It's just 2 rectangles. But what will happen if I combine these 2 rectangles together? Which shape it will form? It's a new bigger rectangle. So here it's not just 1 rectangle, 2 rectangle, it's 3 rectangles together. So if I look at this figure also, check. It's 1 rectangle over here, second here, and if I combine them together, we get a bigger rectangle. So what we can understand, whenever we need to count the number of rectangles, we can combine the rectangles if they are just next to each other. So let's summarize this. The summary is, in order to count the number of rectangles, we can combine and then count. Now, if this is the following case, let's try to understand here then. In this question, there are how many rectangles? Oh, perfect. If I just count one rectangles, we can see how many? Oh, 1, 2, and then 3. So here, if I count just one part, there are in total of 3 rectangles. Now, in order to count the number of rectangles, what we should do? Combine and then count. So here, I can combine these 2 rectangles that are present here. So this is just 1 rectangle. And how many rectangles did I combine? Oh, perfect, just 2 rectangles. So here we are counting just 2 parts. So when I count 2 parts, this is just 1 rectangle. Is this only 1 rectangle when I combine 2 parts? Oh, this is 1 and there is 1 rectangle that is left. Can I combine this rectangle with any other rectangle to get a bigger rectangle? Yes, perfect. This is 1 and this is the second rectangle. So when I'm counting 2 parts, there are how many rectangles? Perfect, just 2 rectangles. So here, this is 2 rectangles. Now, let's just take a look. I have combined 1 part. I have combined 2 parts together. Is there any other parts that we can combine? When I combine all 3 of them together, which shape does it form? Which shape is it? It's a one big rectangle. And for this one big rectangle, how many rectangles did I combine? Perfect, just 3 rectangles. So it's about 3 parts combining together in order to get one big rectangle. So now if I want to count the total number of rectangles that are present here, what I should do? Perfect, just add them up. That is 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is perfect, 6. Very fast. This is just 6 rectangles. So in order to count the number of rectangles, what we can do is, we can do it step by step, like 1 part, 2 part and 3 part. Now, there is one certain thing that I want you to observe. Check, when I count 1 part, there were 3 rectangles. For 2 parts, it's just 2. From 3, it became 2. And from 2, it became how much? Just 1. So, it's just 3, 2, 1. So, whatever the number for 1 part is, the other part is just minus 1, minus 1, minus 1, and so on. So, while counting the number of rectangles, there is one thing that we can observe, that the number of rectangles keep reducing by one, and so on. So here, the next part of the summary, in order to count the number of rectangles, we can observe combine and count is the first summary, and count just one part, and then the remaining part we just have to minus 1. Now understanding this, let's have a look at our question. Now in our question here, we have to count the number of rectangles. So from which part I should start? Oh, perfect, just one part. So if I count one part, how many rectangles are there? Let's count together. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So here we can see if we count one part, there are just 4 rectangles. And now it's just one part. After we count one part, the next thing, how many parts? Perfect, just 2 parts. 2 parts. Now when I calculate 2 parts here, how many rectangles will there be? Oh, we just got it as 4 rectangles. After this, what we should do? Just remove one. That is 3 rectangles. Now we can cross check our answer also. Like 1 and 2 I can combine. 1 rectangle. 2, 3, second rectangle. 3, 4, third rectangle. So that is the reason why it is 3 rectangles. Oh wow. So now one part I have calculated, 2 part I have calculated. The next one will be perfect, 3 parts together. So let's count 3 parts. For 3 parts, there will be how many? 4, 3 and the next 2 rectangles. Lovely. And if it is 2 rectangles, we can get 1, 2, 3. This 3 parts together as 1 and 2, 3, 4 as the second rectangle. And lastly, 1 part, 2 part, 3 part. Next will be 4 parts all together. If I combine all 4 parts together, then how many rectangles will there be? Oh, it's a one big rectangle and it's 4, 3, 2 and 1 also. So it's 1 rectangle. Oh, now what we should do in order to count the total number of rectangles? Lovely, just add them up. So the total number of rectangles is 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, which is, if we can calculate, 4 plus 3, 7, 7 plus 2, 9, 9 plus 1, perfect, just 10. So here there are in total of 10 rectangles. So what we can understand from this question is, in order to count the number of rectangles, just 2 things to remember. 1, we can combine and then count. Then we can just find out one part. And then the rest we can just minus 1, and so on. And then finally, to count the number of rectangles, just add them up. So if you have understood this question well, I have a small practice for you. So here you can check this question. It's quite similar, but the number of rectangles are a bit different. You can try out this practice and let me know your answers in the comment box. And if you have any other doubts or if you have any questions for me, you can scan this QR code to join our Primary 1 2026 group. You can scan the QR code, join the group and can ask me questions there. For now, I am Teacher Smith signing off right now, but I'll see you in the next video.